global and local variable. When to use global, when to use global, you should know, you should understand. If you want to use that all the variables in inside, if you want to use the met, if you want to declare a variable and you want to access in two or more methods, then we need to go for global variable. Okay, so in when coming to our framework, so we mostly create variables. Will not create any local variables. We'll mostly create a global variable. Why? Because we don't know. Okay, now you guys, okay, here variables nothing but, so nothing but like you are guys are creating a locators and storing in that variable. So today you may not use, but if you keep on sledging the exports at particular time, you may get that reused code. So that's why we are creating that all the exports, like all the export like initialization, those will be keeping under global variables. Okay. So now coming to arithmetic operations. Anish, what is AND operator and what is OR operator?
So both are comes under logical operators. When two conditions in order to verify at that time we will use and or logical operators. If you want to two conditions want to true means at that time we will use AND operator. Otherwise, if you want either one of the statement should be true means at that time we will use the OR operator.
Anyone else? Vijay Kumar?
Sir, if we want to verify uh, two, for suppose if I have three conditions, if three conditions satisfy, then only uh, with and it enters into the code, sir. Compared to when comes to R, any one is true, it enters into the uh, code, sir. For suppose in any if condition, if I want to check more conditions, in that scenarios we use this and R operator. So if for suppose if I have two conditions, if both are true, then only and will satisfy the conditions, sir. With the or any one is true, it enters into the any loop or condition, anything, sir.
Okay. Okay. Now, why we are going for end condition or condition? Okay. So one thing now you guys are thinking that for condition purpose, if so like condition one and the condition two and the condition three. So you guys are thinking like that. Okay, this is what. Other than this, there is one more place where we were using and or, which is important for that. Now, suppose now, so here how you have to correct. So you know XPath, right? So now someone are written XPaths. Okay, for login button. Okay, for login button, you guys written one XPath. Login button you can like, so you can keep as at the rate ID equals to some login. Sometimes it is login and sometimes it is changing into This is not syntax of access. Just I'm just similarly writing. Here I'm writing at the ID equals. Sometimes it is changing to login. Okay. So one time it is getting login. Second time it is getting this time login. Means like so today you get the X path and you're working. Your ID is this one login. But tomorrow this L small L change it to capital L. And again day after tomorrow capital L is changing to small L. Means you don't know whether this will get or this may get. Okay. Now what you will do at that time? So many of them will keep right. This will keep under try block. This will keep in try block in case if it if this login is so instead of this login this is present. So what will happen? Here I will get an exception. So what will it do? It obviously it will go to catch block. So in catch block what they will return? They will return catch and the exception. Here you can get exception. Okay, this is we are doing. Okay, so now if the login are changing like this one, so then we are using try catch block. Okay, if we are using try catch block, so the time consumption is more in this. Okay, instead of doing this, we are having end condition or condition. Okay, means if we use or before purpose, if ID equals to login or ID equals to this login, like think this case a capital. If ID is small or if ID is capital letters or if ID is small letter, then I should click on that. Okay, I should click on that. Okay, so these for these type of scenarios, we will be going to use AND operator and OR operator. Okay, so when the experts are keep on changing between two variables, okay, then we are going like we are going for this AND and OR operator. Okay, did you guys understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
now yes, so yeah, now for loop. So Monica A, what the difference between while loop and the for loop? Monica and again, what is the difference between while loop and for loop? Or when you are going to use while for loop and when you are going to use while loop?
Sir, while loop, we are using um, specified condition is if condition is true, that time we are using while loop. For loop means
Sirisha?
Sir, good morning, sir. For repeated executions, we use for loop, sir. And if we want to know the specific condition, true or false, then at that time we will use the while loop.
Reshma, Reshma, okay, Rini, Sai Kumar, Rini, please go ahead. Rini, what is the difference between for loop and while loop? When we are going to use for loop and we are going to use while loop. Sai Kumar, I can't hear you, Rina. Okay, Sai Kumar,
Yes, sir. Coming to for loop, we will initialize the value and condition and incrementation in a single statement. And coming to while loop,
Swapna,
Yes, sir. While loop we will use when we don't know how many iterations we need to take. But in for loop, if we know exactly like how many iterations we can take, then we can use for loop, sir.
okay. So see, we know. So see, both are do same functionality. So it will both are iterate. Both use it to iterate the data. Okay, iterate the things. Now, suppose then what is the between differences? Suppose I know. Okay, I should iterate 10 times. Okay. Now suppose uh so I should run I should walk that entire ground 10 times. If someone say go and run around the ground 10 times. So then what I know that okay I know exact count. Okay. So at that time what we'll do I will use for loop. Okay, because for I will start with 0 and like from int run equals to 0, run greater than equals to 9, then plus plus. In that you keep on running. You could keep on system that keep on running until like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 means nothing but 0 to 9 means 10 times. 10 times is done. Out of 10 times what it will go for 11th. Then what will do? Condition will fail. Okay. So uh, you see. No, I know exact how many rounds, how many. Now if you see, I know exact count. Okay, I need to run 10 times. So 0 to 1 means nothing but 10. Okay, first it will come 0. Okay, 0. Again, it will go 0. Condition satisfied. Like 0, 0 is greater, 0 is less than equals to 9. Okay, then satisfied. It come to for loop. Okay, now 1, run, 2, 3. So after 0, it will come to here, increment. It will come to 1. Now it is 1. 1 less than equals to 9. Same. Again, it satisfied condition. Next, increment 2. 2 less than equals to 9. Like the same condition passed. Coming to coming to for loop implementation, it will run again. Round plus plus means nothing but 4. 4 less than equals to, yes, condition pass. Came into for loop, executed again. Same like this, 7, 8, 9. Now here suppose 9 is there. Okay, 9 rounded and 10. Now 10 less than equals to 9. How much this is what is it will throw? It will throw false, means it is not true, it is false, so it will come out of the for loop. Okay, now we know the count, but you don't know. So your leader come and he said, okay, run around the ground. You said just like that, but you don't know when to stop. For that, what you do know? So you'll give some condition. Okay, what until you get until you lost the energy, you keep on running. Means you don't have limit that you cannot judge that. See, energy you cannot judge. For 2 rounds, your energy may last. For 3 rounds, you may energy for loss. For 4 rounds, you may energy for loss. So you don't have exact. Okay, you don't have exact count. So at that place, we will be using for loop, while loop. Okay. So how it will be while true. The condition is until true, keep on iterate. Until while keep on update. So here true what? Suppose mm, energy energy equals to low. While energy equals to low, no. So while energy equals to I. Okay, sorry. So while energy equals to I, if energy equals to I, it is true. Then it will go into while loop. Okay, so here why is saying energy equals to I means here I can create like our energy. I'll create one variable. Okay, so string energy. Okay, so until if I keep I until I, it keep on doing while loop. Suppose instead of this you can go with like this. So until condition is true means like until you get true, you keep on iterating. Okay, until you get false, you keep on iterating. Okay, you don't know when it stop, whenever the condition is false, then only the you will be coming out of the while loop. Okay, but for loop we are giving exact count 9. Like in here we will keeping a condition. Okay, so this is that. So mostly 80% we are coming with these situations. Not 90, like 80. So 20 scenarios when you are iterating. So whenever you are using uh, list. Okay, whenever you are using list and when you are iterating the list data. So you are having list. Okay, you created one list. You added, but you added like 1,000 data. You want to all the 1,000 data. Okay, for that scenarios, so we'll be using while. Okay, like while you are giving the while you are giving while loop, end of while loop. Okay, so yes. Now suppose no, you are having some paragraphs. Okay. So for paragraphs until okay, you want to print, so suppose A, B, C, D. Now in a in a variable we are having these all A, B, C, D, E paragraph. Okay. Now you want to print A, B, C. Okay. Now here while loop we cannot say tomorrow it may be 11, tomorrow it may be 12. It coming from dynamically. Then here we can keep like next line. If you use, we're having next line. So if you use next line here until next like variable dot next line, you use variable dot next line. So here if first it will go to here. Okay. Next after fetch this one. Next, I'm having this here. It will check whether it is empty or you're having some data. You're having some data. So again, fill condition true. For this condition true. For this condition true. For this condition true. After E, it will go and search for something, but we don't have anything. E is a last statement. We don't have any other sentence here. Then it will get false. Then it will come out of while loop. Okay, these type scenarios we will be going for while loop. Okay. Now, okay. So when you guys are going for nested for loop, so please raise your hands. Who knows about this question? So when you are going for nested for loop, so first of all, what is nested for loop? And
For loop inside a for loop.
okay,
It's called
so when
nested.
we are going for use, okay, I need with example when you are going for nested for loop. Please raise your hands. Who knows about this? Okay, only 3 members. Okay, Somi Durga.
So a nested for loop is used when we have rows and columns kind of format. When we want to check it's two-dimensional, that time we use first for loop, and then we use the inside that we use the second for loop. In arrays, normally a two-dimensional array, or in any two-dimensional data.
Okay. Swapna.
Yes, yeah. Like whatever Durga said, like when we want to use for multi-dimensional arrays, kind of that, we use nested for loops. Like will use for inner for loop for display row, and outer loop will be like for rows. Like if you have student details, like a name and marks, like in inner loop we can use to display the marks, and outer loop will be for the name, like that. Sir.
Okay. Pranta Saga.
Sir, can you repeat the question again?
Question is simple. So uh, when you are going to use nested for loop,
Uh, Suppose, sir, we wanted to like run the nested for loop for the iteration count of the main for loop. Uh, so that time we use, like, suppose we provided the main for loop iteration count 2 and nested for loop iteration count 2. So at that case, the nested for loop will runs for the fourth time because the main for loop iteration count is 2. For each main for loop iteration, it will run for 2 times.
okay. So now the thing is, you guys are saying some table format or for pattern programs like I want to print a star in diamond shape or triangle shape. Okay, these type of scenarios you'll be you guys are because you guys are practice but when you are going to real time, really we'll be working on this pattern for pattern things and tables. Means no. But then again, why we are using nested for loop for this? So existing thing. So Razor and who know like when we are going to use nested for loop or anyone can explain when we are going to use nested for loop. Lavanya, are you speaking something?
Yeah, Vamsi. There is a table. Uh, Wait, I'm sharing my screen and I will explain. This my screen is visible to you.
It's
Hello,
loading now. No?
Vamsi.
Yeah, now it's visible.
See, there is a pages, right? One, two, like that. I want first page. This all things: name, title, company, all things. On that time we use nested for loop, Vamsi. Whenever I click first page, then I will get this all data in inner loop. Next, I click on second page. This is outer loop. Okay, then I want print this all data in loop, inner loop, like that. We have to use nested for loop.
Okay.
I have one more example, sir. Like we have a menu bar in a web page or website. So and the in menu bar, each menu have a sub menu list. So in that case, we can use that nested for loop to access the sub menu list.
So if you see many applications you can see some are having so you will be not having much data in this entire okay entire page. Okay, because here I'm having like some data like 322 okay 0.2K. It's like lakhs. But in that entire page you cannot in this page you can fit only 25 data. Okay, 25 data. But if I want to go next 25 to 50, I should go to next page. After 25, I should go to next page. After 25, I should go to next page. Okay, means what here? What I'm doing? First, I want to get all the 25 data. Next, I want to create and I have to select this second. I have to go to the second page. Again, 25 data, third page. 25 data, fourth page. 25 data, fifth page. Means here what it is iterating. Here we're doing iterating. What we're iterating? Two things we're iterating. One is what? Okay, the data, whatever the data we are having. Okay, I want to get the data. Okay, so for getting this all the data, I'm okay, we need to write one for loop. Again, for clicking this I have to write for loop. Means two times, it is two times, right? So it is I see this is like it is this keep on clicking after completing I should keep on clicking. Mean nothing but it is iterating. Means here what we are doing, here we are using two for loops. Okay, one for loop is for iterating the this name. Okay, name ID the common this data. One of for loop is keep on clicking this keep on clicking on this until if you want like 10 pages 10 pages or 20 pages or 30 pages, you keep on clicking on this, and for every page you will be you'll be getting the text of these all things. No, not really mean. So here we are having how many for loops we are using here?
Two
Two
for
for loop
loops.
Two for loops. So now one for loop is for getting this data. Second for loop is for clicking this one. Now
page.
tell me which one is so nested for loop means nothing but like implementing inner for loop inside the outer for loop. Okay. Now which one is the outer for loop and which one is the inner for loop?
Number of pages is the outer for loop. Number of items
Number of
inside a page.
Okay, you are saying I am not writing any syntax. Don't think this is a syntax. Okay, now tell me. So you are saying. So we saying. Okay, so the guy also you are saying right. Tell me.
Yes, sir.
So
Number
this
of
is
pages.
number of pages. So where we are getting number of pages here,
Outer
right?
for loop.
Outer
Yes,
for
sir.
this outer for loop. Number of pages here.
Number of items. 24 rows in one page.
Okay, number of items. Okay, items. Okay, now tell me. So now I want. Okay, now tell me. I want to write logic. Suppose I think you guys don't have knowledge on this get text and this one, but I will use some in idea. Suppose get text. Get text is a method. If you use that get text, I will get all the data. Click method. Okay, for this we need to so whenever we click on this, we will get to next page. Means nothing but this is click method. Take this as get method. Now tell me where I have to keep click method, where I have to keep get method.
Click method. Number of pages.
Number of pages means in the line number.
Outer loop.
Yeah, outer loop. Suppose see this is the one second line. Sorry. Hmm. You tell me where I have to so where I have to keep
Click, for example, if we take the variable as click, we can write click is equal to 0 and sorry, click is I is equal to 0, I
no,
less
you
than.
don't. No, no. This logic you can keep it as okay. The thing is first tell me that for clicking where I have to use for getting the text get get method and the click method where I have to use get method. If I use get method, I will get all the data. If I now if I use click method is used for clicking this. Get method used for getting all the text. Now tell me where I have to in which for loop I have to get the text and which for loop I have to click
First
the.
for loop, I have outer for loop, I have to click method.
Okay,
Number
so
3,
outer for loop means at where? So outer for loop means from 1 to 8 it is for
3,
loop only.
3,
3.
3, number 3.
Okay, click. Okay, now
Number
for
6,
getting the text.
get message.
Okay, okay. Now suppose okay, you said the correct no. So first we'll keep on execute. Okay. Now first. So first I have an application open. Now what I will do? You are clicking here, right? Okay, you are clicking
Yes,
here. Means so by default, first it is in one first page, right? First default it is in first page. Okay, now what we are doing? First step you are doing is clicking this one. Means nothing but what? Here already 25 is there. You are skipping this 25 and you are clicking this one. So
no,
now
sir.
what you will get? You will get from 26 to 50. Again, you keep on clicking. But this is correct. But what you will missing that first one, first page data.
Okay.
Okay. So the thing is you have to remove here. First, see, first we need to get the text, first the data, entire thing. After that,
Okay.
you see, so now for loop. So in a for loop, so here will be iterating 24 times. If there are 25 times, if there are 25 times you will be iterating, we will be get testing. After 25, what will
Yes, yes.
happen? It will come out of the for loop. So miss,
Hmm.
see, this is also for loop only here. But see,
Yes.
the line number 3 and the line number, okay, think this is 8. 9. Okay. Now if we keep 3, okay, first it will click and get the data. But what is our scenario? First we want to get the data, then we need to click. Means
Yes, sir.
get the data,
Yes.
after the for loop we need to click.
Hmm.
Okay, so this
Okay,
is
sir.
the
I got it, sir.
this is the process. So
Yes,
I
I
think
got
everyone
it,
understood,
sir.
right? When so how we are going to work on network for loops in real time.
Yes, sir. I got it, sir.
Okay, so now going to okay, static variable and non-static variables. Okay, before that, why you are going to create an object? Anyone? Please
call a
open question, please.
non-static to call a non-static variables and methods into the static methods.
Okay, okay, so for accessing the non-static properties, we are going to create an object. Okay,
Create the object.
any more points? Yeah, Sagan, you raised your hand, so you want to add any point?
No, I'm saying.
So whenever so now first point is everyone will say okay, for accessing non-static properties we are creating an object with the object reference field, that is one okay. But second thing is I don't know whether you may or not use or may or may not use when we want to pass in data, okay, in the runtime, not in the runtime in the sense like not entire runtime. So runtime means it is like system that get properties at method level. Okay, after creating logic everything. Suppose so there is an static method. Okay, there is a non-static method. In that method, I am passing 4 arguments. So now that 4 arguments, while passing that method, while calling that method using object variable, at that time I will be passing. Okay, second one is that nothing but passing the data also one of the important in method level. Suppose I am creating suppose there is a main method. So this is main method. I think this is a main method. Here we will be creating object dot method one. So here method one, this is non-static method. Okay, method one. I need to pass name int age. So I want to pass two. Okay, now what I am doing here, I'm not directly giving the data. I'm not initializing any data. I'm not printing. I'm just I'm not declaring any name, any age. Okay, okay. So now what I'm doing, I'm printing. I'm printing name and the age. Okay, we'll print name and the age. Okay, now this is name and this is the age. Okay, I want to print name and age. Now I am not doing anything. Now where I am passing the data, I am passing data from this object dot method one. From method num, I should call the variables like name. Don't take like name, like only is this one. Okay, with the object also by calling this object method name, so we'll be so when we want to pass data dynamically by use of object, okay, creating a creating non-static variable by creating object variable, we can create a method and we can pass the data itself. We need to pass here. Okay, this is one. And
In the runtime, we are doing that, no, sir?
yeah, runtime is, so you cannot say exact this is runtime. So runtime in the sense like uh you can say like most runtime, but not runtime. Runtime in the sense like, so in the console when it asks, we have to give the data. Okay, so if we use that runtime means, so if we use scanner class, it will ask enter your data. So when we are entering some data, like suppose A, B is there, I'm using scanner class and I'm getting that scanner class. I'm trying to pass data from runtime. So at that time it will ask A value, B value. If I give 10, 5, and the logic is addition, 10 plus 5 equals to it will give 20. So that is different and this is different. Okay. So now what is the class? What is a class? Anyone?
Class can contain variables and methods.
No one? Existing team? What is a class?
Class is
Existing
the
team.
blueprint of an object.
So first of all, class is a type definition block. Okay, and it is a blueprint and object. Okay, and after that you should say like it contains method. It contains static and non-static methods and variables. Okay, so before that we should explain the what is class. Class is like blueprint of an object. Okay. Mm, okay, so what is okay? So leave it that. Okay, now class A, class B. Okay, listen carefully. Class A and class B. In class A, I'm having methods like I'm having a non-static variables. Okay, I'm having non-static variables or like non-static methods. Now I want to use in class B. Now how to call that particular class A non-static properties into class B non-static properties. Like how can I call non-static properties present in class A in class B? Please raise your hands. Who can tell this? Class A, in class A, I'm having static and non-static, like no, not static. I'm having non-static methods and variables. I want to I want to access those non-static variable methods in class B. Okay, so I think only first batch is raising hands. So I think I can't see like existing batch. So existing batch means everyone should raise your hands for every question because already you guys are trained. Okay, Monica.
If you want to access non-static variables and methods in another class means by creating the object reference or we can use the extends keyword in class B extends class so that we can access that in class
No,
B by creating the object reference.
no. I want only one method you need to follow. Which one you will follow? Now you said two methods. So which one you will follow? Now you said two ways, right? Which
Object
one you?
reference by creating the object reference.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, it's open to anyone. So tell me, answer is already said by Monica. So we are having two ways. One is by using extend keyword. We're doing inheritance and we're going extend keyword. So we can do it or with object. So which one? Uh, like which method you guys are using? So Monica, she is saying she was. I will be creating a object variable. With that object variable, she is calling. What about so who raised the hands? Tell me your opinion. So in which way you guys are going to do this? So those who raise their hands, so you guys can mute and you can tell which one you want to, like how you guys are doing, how you guys are willing to do.
So by
Through extends
creating,
only.
no, we can achieve when we are using extends keyword, we can achieve only the static variable. For non-static variable and methods, we need to create an object reference for the class A. Then only we can access these non-static attributes.
Okay. Yeah, Vijay, you are saying something.
Yes, sir. By inheriting only we do this, but in the through inheritance, through object reference only it is possible. Vamsi. After inheriting, we have to create object. Then only we can call that method of class A.
Mhm.
If we are not using the extends keyword, we can give the class name dot if it is a static variable and a static method. But if it is a non-static variable or a non-static method, we definitely have to uh, use the
No,
create an object and
this is only for talking about non-static.
okay, sir. Then we have to create an object and then only we can access it.
What about others who raised their hands? So there are 10 members raised their hands. So I got answers only four.
By
Vijay
creating
from
object
Vijay,
only.
getting an update. Okay. What about others? Anish, Shashidhar,
By
Arati, Rini,
Yes, by
by
creating the
Swapna.
object.
Once
So
I can add
yes,
some
sir,
point here. Uh,
1 minute, Shashi. Someone is saying, okay. Let them try after that. So anyone? So Parthasaga, Vijay, Swami Durga, Monica, Rini, Anish, Swapna. You need to add any point. So you are all following object.
yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, yes, yes, yes. Please go ahead.
uh, Swansea, even after extending the class also, suppose we have to access the static method to the subclass static method. We need to create an object. Why? Because in a subclass also we have the static method. Even after extending the class, we need to create object for non-static.
Okay.
Suppose we need to access the non-static method into the static method. If not, we are directly access to the non-static method.
So Arati, and Rajesh, you guys raise your hands.
Yeah, see, we have to
Yes.
create the object of the class, and we have to import that. Then we can, with the reference, we can access all the non-static methods in our class.
Okay. What about Nisha, Lavanya, Naresh, Joel? Okay. So before going to answer this, just we can just go through once what is inheritance. So what is inheritance?
Acquiring the properties of a
Acquiring the
workstation.
properties.
Acquiring the properties of parent class into child class. So at the time we use the concept of inheritance.
Okay. So when we use extend, suppose class A extend class B. So what class B will inherit class A, and whatever the property we are having, that property entire will belong goes to class B, right? Now tell me, so it may be static or non-static. If the extend is there, so now you guys have said one definition. Okay, so the you guys step inheriting the superclass property to subclass properties. If I inheriting, okay, at the time are you mentioning something like, so you need to get only static property, not static? Are you guys are mentioning anything? Are you guys like anytime listen about like acquiring static properties or non-static properties like that? So acquiring that properties, it may be static method or non-static method, static variable, non-static variable, it will inherit. Okay. So now once we inherit, then if I then what the use? So suppose now we inherit the class B. Okay. Oh, okay. Now class A extend class B. And in class B, if I want to access class A non-static properties, you are saying you guys are using object creation. Now, at starting, we said, I asked one question, like if I want to access non-static variables in class B, the class A non-static property, static variables and method, for accessing these two in class B, we need to create an object without extents. Now, with extent also, you are saying creating object, then what the use? Then what is the use of inheritance?
No,
Introducing the
sir. We
inheritance.
need extend. We need extend and
In
we need
class
to
B
create an
also
object
we
with
have
it.
Yeah,
to
that
by
only.
use.
So see now, see one process you said by using object. Okay, you said that object of the object creation it is possible. But then what is the need of extend here? Here extend we not required, right? If there is a process like creating an object class A object and calling that object variable with that data, then there is no use of extend keyword. Not like there's no use
We
of
cannot
inheritance.
we cannot inherit a non-static method into a static method. We have that we will get an exception when warning messages, sir. We cannot inherit it. We will get a warning message and we have to either change the method type like static to non-static or static, and then only we can use that method. We will get a warning if we do this.
Okay.
We cannot invoke it, sir.
Then what's the purpose of inheritance? Then no, there is no point on doing inheritance, right? It may be static or not static. I should get it. That's the process of inheritance. Okay. So for this, my choice is okay. See, and don't think that, so as I'm giving training, don't say that I am correct. Okay. with my knowledge, inheritance. Okay, with my inheritance knowledge. Okay, we no need to create any objects. Okay, so directly I will extend class B, and I will be using. Okay, what the use of okay, now at that time, now I will be using this keyword, this dot. I will be accessing variables. This dot like static variable, non-static variable. This dot static. This dot static method. This dot sorry, this dot non-static method. This dot static variable. Like non-static variable and non-static method after inheriting. So I'm not going to create any object as my knowledge, because inheritance is saying that acquiring properties from subclass to superclass to subclasses. Okay, it didn't say like any static and non-static. With that knowledge, I'm saying no. With that, I'm saying that so I no need to I there is no need of creating any object. Okay, directly I will extend class B. Okay, then the class A non-static properties I will be calling directly by using the keyword called this keyword. This dot static method, this dot static variable.
This
Sir,
keyword is
when
will
you
not used with
when
the
you're
static word,
calling
na?
this,
Static word.
sir, when you're calling this, it is also
Static method
using a
and
default
static variable.
constructor, sir.
Yeah, but this keyword will not used with the static variable and a static
No,
method.
not static method, non-static variable and non-static method.
Okay, okay.
If I say something is static, sorry. So non-static and I extend non-static properties also will be extended. And for those non-stat for static, directly we can call no need of the class name also. Directly you can call like static method one, static method, static variable. Call directly. To second non-static. This dot non-static variable. This dot non-static method. This is my answer. Okay. Prove me my answer is wrong. Okay. So this is my assessment. Okay, this is the assessment. So
Sir, but just one doubt, sir. When we are using this keyword, we are also using a constructor, right? For the superclass. There is the super method.
okay.
So I think definitely I will check and come, sir. I have read it somewhere, but I think because it is a super method and superclass, there
That's
is a
what
constructor involved.
that's what I'm saying. So now I said okay, my opinion is this one. Now you guys all are saying we need to create an object. You guys are saying okay, I need to create an object. Definitely okay. You guys are standing one point. I am standing one point. My question is, you go and just okay, you are saying something. So how can I believe? So I want some proofs. Proof. Okay. While coming for next action, bring with proof and tell me once you are wrong. Okay. Because see, when you will get proof, when you go back and implement this what I said, then you'll get to know whether it is possible or not. If it's not possible, OMC you said wrong. So see, this is the proof. Okay. So I think I'm expecting you guys are coming with proofs. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. And not this is not only the this is not only the okay assignment. And so I think so everyone started writing XPaths, right? I think when I joined, so few members are showing that XPaths. Okay. So
Yes, sir.
everyone started taking the writing the XPaths. Okay. So take like any application, just keep on practicing the XPath. So how much you practice taking like writing the XPaths, you will be thoroughly perfect on that, because the automation writing the test scripts, like today you will be writing two test cases, three test cases, five test cases, six test case. That depends upon the taking the XPaths. Okay. Because in our if you get framework, the only thing you are going to do is write in the XPath. Apart from that, everything you will be accessing from framework itself. Okay, if you want to do new thing, to create new thing in the framework means nothing but that is going taking the XPath. Okay, be thoroughly with the XPath. Okay, keep on practice. Okay, if you practice more and more, you will be habituated, and once you get the application they set to write XPath for this element, you will be quickly writing that particular XPath. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Any questions on this today on this Java topics? So I didn't cover these collections and everything. So for collections also, there are some few scenarios, but I don't have time. Okay. So for next section, if we have if it is going to take Selenium, Amitabh is taking Selenium. If he's taking, okay. If it not, we'll continue with the lists. So when we are going to list in the real time scenarios. So any questions on this today's topic? If else condition for loop, while loop, arithmetic, logical operators, hoops, concepts. Any questions on this Java topics? So
No,
tell me
sir.
yes or no. So don't be late. So already it's too late. So tell me yes or no so that I will drop from the call.
No, sir.
Okay.
Sir, just
No,
the assist that you gave, can you just ping us in the WhatsApp so that everybody is aware and we can work on it? The assessment for that super and inheritance that you told.
See, the thing is, this not like I'm saying, you guys are saying, so there are two classes, class A and class B. Okay, in class A, I'm having non-static properties, nothing but non-static method and non-static variable. I want to call these two methods, non-static method, non-static variable in class B. So you guys are saying by using extend keyword, you need to create an object, or we need to directly you can create an object. We can call that particular static method and variable. But the thing is, I'm saying if we are using extend keyword, then there is no use of creating object directly. We can use the object directly. Can use the non-static properties in class B without creating an object.